So there's really only a handful of ways to prepare these lobster tails. But what I like to do before I get started is on the back side of the lobster tails, there's these little flippers. You see these little flippers here? These little flippers? I'm gonna remove those, and I'm gonna use my kitchen shears to remove these. This is purely aesthetic. This has nothing to do with the flavor or how it's gonna turn out. But remember, I like to plate my food, so I'm just gonna take my time and snip these off the bottom of my lobster tails. Okay guys, we got our lobster tails cleaned up on the back side here. So the next thing we want to do, I'm going to show you how to split these tails. The first way I'm going to show you how to split these tails is using a chef's knife, and we're going to cut these completely in half. So we're going to start up here at the tail, and we're going to just come in and make a little bit of an incision right there at the joint of that flipper and this section, first section of the tail. Come in with your chef's knife, press down, and then just come in with your palm of your hand and go through one clean shot. And that crushes it, cracks it open. You come down again here with the rest of the tail. That's pretty, just like that. And that's your lobster tail split. Now inside of this tail, you can see it right, if you look closely, you can see it, what I'm looking for right here. This is the intestine of the lobster. So you want to just, this vein, you want to find that vein and you want to remove that vein. Just take your time, put your finger in there, just gently come in, work it out. Take that and throw it away. And now you've got a clean lobster tail. Now what I like to do with a half tail like this is I want to, if you've got any loose shell, it's another thing you want to clean off of here right now. If you've got any loose pieces of shell, but take your time and come underneath this bottom of this piece now. And I want to work my finger in here to loosen up the meat from the shell. See the shell? So I'm kind of working my finger in here gently. You don't want to go crazy and just pull hard, but you want to loosen it up like this. This is where you want to be, right here. And so this tail, the shell is going to act as a reservoir to hold our butter sauce. So we're not going to pull this all the way out. You could pull it all the way out if you wanted to, but then lay it back in here. And I'm going to do the other tail the same way. So we take those, give them a quick rinse on the water, but you're good to go there. So the second way I want to show you how to prepare your lobster tail for presentation purposes is that we're going to butterfly this lobster tail. You've seen butterflied lobster tails on, on TV all the time. This is how Red Lobster serves their lobster tail. We're going to take the meat of the tail and set it on top of the shell, the empty shell, and that's how we're going to present our lobster. So we come in and we find the openings right there in the middle. If you move this meat back, you'll see this opening hole here. You take your scissors and your kitchen shears, and you come straight down the middle, and you just want to cut through the shell until you get right here before that middle flipper. So you come in here, you take your time, boom, you're good to go. Now, take your lobster and kind of set it on its side and begin to press gently to break this shell and just to kind of crack it in the back. So we want to push down till we hear that crack, but we don't want to push crazy, just push enough to break it and get it to bend in the middle. Perfect. So now we got a shell that's bent and cracked in the middle. We come back in here, right there, that's what we're looking for. Put our finger there, be gentle. And like we did for the previous lobster tail presentation where we're cut in half, we want to just work our finger underneath the bottom of this shell. And then as we lift up, our lobster tail meat comes out. And we don't want to pull it all the way out. We just want to pull it out until it gets to almost to that last, once again, that last flipper. And we close it back up, right? And we give this a little bit of a twist to make it present nice. And we open it up. We find our intestine here. See our intestine? We take our time with this and gently remove this from our lobster tail. And if it doesn't want to lay on top, find the side where it's kind of being difficult and give it just a light twist. Because once again, we're not trying to tear it out the shell. We're trying to use the shell as a prop for our presentation. And so we just take our time, open it up, just like that. And that is our butterflied lobster tail. So I'm gonna give these a rinse.